Well, we're really excited to be in the NCAA regional tournament again. I think sometimes when you're a successful program, you take things for granted, and this is our 15th straight appearance in the NCAA West Regionals. And I do know that this year our team did not take that for granted, because I know that we had to work our way back into the top 8. And so we're really excited to be playing. We're really excited to be playing Grand Canyon. Sunday night we would have been happy to play anybody, but we're excited to play Grand Canyon because I think that was a really disappointing game for us. It was our first loss of the season, and I looked at the film last night, and not taking it away from Grand Canyon, but there was a lot of things that we just didn't do well, and one of those things was we didn't box out at the end of the game, and one of their smaller post players was able to get an offensive rebound and score, and that was the game. And so I think that's kind of in the back of our minds that we want to redo, and so we're glad to have that opportunity.
And you talk about playing your way back into this regional tournament and finish the season. We've won 7 of our last 8. Kind of talk about this late season run that helped you get back into that regional tournament.
Well, I think our kids, we had to go back and kind of focus on what are our strengths. And, one thing that we've always hung our hat on has been our defense and rebounding. And our defense has just been so much improved since, early on in the conference season. And so I feel really good about that. And I know anytime you're going into postseason play, so much of it is you don't know the gym, you don't know the officials, but you can control the things that you can control, and that is defense and rebounding. I think the other things is we started realizing our strengths. And early on, I was watching the game against Grand Canyon. We settled for a lot of quick threes. Well, that's not our strength. They have 2 really great guards, but their post players can't match up to our post players. And we, I think, have found a way to get an inside-outside game. And that's been a huge part of our success, in that Melissa has had some really consistent games, and we've been attacking the basket more. And whether it's with penetration and we get a score off that penetration, or it's penetration and kick, or just hitting into the post and getting the extra pass and out on the fan pass, that's sparked a lot of our offense, because we're rhythm shooters, and that's just created a higher field goal percentage for us. And like I said, we've been able to go to our strengths, which, there's not very many people in our region that have a Melissa Reich, and she's very, very strong, and she, gets good position. And right now when she's finishing, I think that's a great combination.
Sum up the regional field real quick. Obviously got some very good national caliber teams in this field. What's it going to take to keep moving on through it?
Well, I'm really impressed. I have seen all the teams play. This is the first year that we haven't played almost everybody in the regional, but I was able, because we were not playing on Saturday, I was able to watch the California tournament, and I think there's a lot of parity. And in our advantage, I think there's also several teams that have some big post players, and that's good too, because that'll help us with matchups. But everybody just has to take it one possession at a time, one half at a time, one game at a time. And I think if we can do that, I think we have a really good chance. But we got to do the little things well, and that is defense and rebounding and using our depth.